All right, y'all finally watched it. Here we go. The Super Mario movie. Yeah. So basically, you got Mario and Luigi, right? They're doing this commercial for plumbing and stuff like that. They finally get their first job plumbing. And they accidentally step on this dog's chew toy, so the dog's pissed off, right? So they end up fixing the leak, but the problem is the dog comes in there and is going crazy. Which ends up causes a bunch of mayhem, and bottom line is their first job failed because of a dog. So then they go back home and the whole family's clowning them and shit. It's like a family of 10. This is the first time we see the Mario Brothers family. I gotta say, when they first introduced them on the screen, you know what I mean? They had the Super Mario Brothers Super Show interest, like, we the Mario Brothers. Yo, they did that. I was like, yo, they're bringing back classic for real. But it really started with like the Nintendo logo and Mario Brothers on Nintendo. They just did the little block bumping thing or whatever like that. But yeah. So anyway, back to the movie. His father wanted him to do something else, but he quit that. I'm not really sure what he wanted him to do, but bottom line is he feels like his son's a failure. So Mario's sitting in his room all depressed. He starts playing Kid Icarus. I'm like, wow. Another game on Nintendo if you didn't know. So his brother tries to cheer him up, it's no use, and all of a sudden they see something on TV about Brooklyn's being flooded or whatever like that. So this is like the perfect job for them. They got dudes out there trying to fix the problem, but they're in the wrong spot. So Mario's like, oh, they gotta go down into the sewer with Luigi or whatever like that. They're going through the sewers, and all of a sudden Luigi goes missing. He sees his wrench in the pipe, and all of a sudden the pipe starts spitting out some magical dust, whatever. It starts sucking him in, and it sucks Mario in. And then Mario finds Luigi. They're about to be floating all over the place. They end up falling in two different directions. Mario lands in the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh, I forgot to mention one thing when he was with his family, they was sitting at the table that was eating spaghetti or whatever like that, but Mario hates mushrooms. The fuck? So ironically, he lands in the Mushroom Kingdom, right? Then he meets up with Toad, and Toad is explaining all this stuff to him, whatever like that, but bottom line is they're gonna get him to meet the princess. The crazy thing, Toad already knows where Luigi landed. He landed in the Darklands. Next thing we see Luigi going through the forest and whatnot, and then he runs into all these like turtle zombies or whatever like that from Super Mario 3, if you know. Looks like something straight out of Luigi's Mansion. It turned into a horror film for our green hero. Once again, getting disrespected on a daily basis. He ends up outrunning all these zombie apocalyptic turtles and whatnot, and he ends up going to the castle or whatever like that. But then he gets captured by shy guys in the castle. So already, Luigi's kidnapped. But honestly, that's the premise of the whole movie. So at this point, Toad is making sure Mario makes his way all the way through the Mushroom Kingdom, whatever like that. They end up going to meet up with the princess finally. Now, the thing is, Bowser and his troops took over the Iceland or whatever like that, and now they got the superstar, you know what I'm saying? I guess he needs another one to conquer the entire Mushroom Kingdom. So Princess's Toad army is no match for, like, Bowser and his Koopa kids and all that. I mean, not Koopa kids, because Koopa Troopers, you know what I mean. He ain't had the Koopa kids just yet. So what Princess plans to do is to try to get the Kong army. Yeah, them DK Donkey Kong niggas. But obviously, she don't know if they're going to help, but bottom line is she's going to convince them somehow. And then all of a sudden, she runs right into Mario. And she's so shocked that she sees another human there, so it's like, all right. So basically explains the situation to Princess. He's trying to get his brother because he knows his brother kidnapped. And Princess just goes along with it. She's like, all right, well, you got to do this training course first. So he's doing this training course. This is where he learns about the power-ups. Well, one of them anyway. One is about the mushroom. And of course he hates it, but she makes him eat it, you know what I'm saying? And he becomes big and strong and whatnot. Took him a minute to get through the course, but finally he did. Now Bowser really is a King Titan or whatever like that. But the thing is, the softer side of him actually wants to marry the princess, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty funny with the dialogue. There's one scene where one of the Koopa Troopers questions Bowser, right? And he hits him with a fire, turns him into one of those zombie apocalyptic turtles. This shit's hilarious. And Bowser's right-hand man is the wizard. You know the wizard from like Super Mario World and whatnot. So basically Luigi's captured. He's hanging over this lava pit where he's got like the penguins and this little sad little blue thing. I guess it's supposed to be some type of ghost or whatever like that. Not like one of those boo ghosts. Like it's like a messed up blue star or something. Anyway. Mario's ready. Mario, Princess, and Toad, they're about to go on their journey. This is one scene when they're chilling and like Princess picks up the firefly. I was like, bam, get the firefly. Then she lights a fire or whatever like that. Just wanted to throw that in there. So now they end up making it to the jungle, and the bodyguard's gonna take them to the castle, whatever like that. They hop in a go-kart like a Mario Kart. It's pretty awesome. So they finally get to the castle, and Cranky Kong runs the entire shit. So Cranky Kong's like, yeah, no, you can't have my army. Then Princess convinces them about, hey, if the Mushroom King is destroyed, he's coming for you next, blah, 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 all that stuff. So Cranky Kong's like, you know what? You can have my army if you beat my son. So now it's the epic battle of Mario versus Donkey Kong. This is where Mario learns more about the power-ups. Mario's flat out getting his ass whooped, getting laid to smackdown and all that. And then he finds one of the cat suits. And I was like, the cat suit? That's not the Latuki suit. I think that's from Mario World Odyssey or something like that. But anyway, he ends up beating Donkey Kong and now he's got their help. So now the squad is heading over, they get their carts and everything like that. And now they're heading over to lay the smackdown on Bowser and the boys. They riding out and they end up going across this rainbow road, you know what I'm saying? Just like in Mario Kart. But then the Koopa Troopers get a sneak attack on them, whatever like that. Bottom line is, epic fight with carts and all that. And they ended up laying a smack down the Koopa Troopers. This one Koopa Trooper was a blue one, had this crazy ass vehicle. That shit was wild. They ended up destroying his vehicle, but then he comes out the fire like a goddamn T-1000 Terminator. Then turns into a blue shell and then wrecks their whole shit. Donkey Kong and Mario end up falling off the Rainbow Road. All the Kongs are kidnapped and all that stuff, but Princess and Toad was able to escape, so they get back to the Mushroom Kingdom. But before they could plan any type of attack, Bowser and the boys was already on the way there. They ended up kidnapping the princess and taking them too. And Toad off, obviously. So basically, he promised they'd leave the Mushroom Kingdom alone if they got married. He's like, alright. Now, she gonna marry him? Of course not, but she don't want the Toads to get hurt, so she goes along with it. Meanwhile, Donkey Kong and Mario end up falling in the water or whatever like that. All of a sudden, this giant fish ends up eating them. They about to be digested by the fishes. All of a sudden, they see like go-kart parts or whatever like that, this flaming barrel or whatever like that. So they end up boosting themselves out of freedom. And I thought to myself at this point, I was like, yo, this is a perfect time to get the frog suit. They ain't put the frog suit in there. Anyway, they escape, and now they're on their way to the Dark Lands. So Toad ended up giving Princess a bouquet of roses, but we know something's in that bouquet. So right when they about to get married, Princess is like, yeah, fuck all that. And pops out a flower at the joint. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. Why would you use a fire flower on Bowser? He be spitting fire. Turns out it was an ice flower. Then we get the scene when Mario and Donkey Kong are going through this joint. Then it turns into like 2D real quick. That shit is crazy. And then he ends up getting powers or whatever like that. Then he finally gets the Latuki suit. So now Bowser got the prisoners. He's basically about to try and lower them into the lava or whatever like that with Luigi and some of the Kong army get kidnapped and the penguins and all that stuff. Donkey Kong stops it. Luigi's about to get burnt up, whatever like that. He ends up getting saved, gets on the thing, and then he also ends up falling off the cage or whatever. And then right at the last second, his brother saves him with the Latuki suit. So now Bowser's pissed off, time for infinite beef. Then he sets off this big bullet bill thing that goes straight down to the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario chases the thing away, and then he's got an idea. He makes the bullet bill follow him, but he gets an idea. He ends up tricking the bullet bill and flying into one of the pipes or whatever. Would set off a grand explosion and trigger the ultimate reaction where like everybody gets sucked into the daggone pipe. So now everybody's in Brooklyn. Now it's the final showdown, Mario versus Bowser. The beef is real. And Bowser's cooking his ass. Because apparently he got hit and he lost the Latuki suit, now he's back to regular Mario. Then Mario gets tossed into this little pizza shop, whatever like that, and he's pretty beat up, whatever like that. So then Donkey Kong and the princess, they all come out to help him, whatnot, and he's like sad. He's feeling like a coward, and he's like, you know what? Fuck all this. He comes out like, let's go. Yes, they did all the catchphrases during the movie. I just didn't bother to mention it. But by line, yeah, they do all that. And all the music cues are on point too. But anyway, let's get back to the movie. So Mario comes back out. Now it's time for beef after everybody getting whipped on, you know what I'm saying? And the princess is kidnapped. And the princess tells him, look behind him. And he's like, oh, the superstar's still over there, right? So now he's trying to get the superstar. Bowser's blowing fire. But then the fire's being blocked by Luigi because he comes out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Saving the day. And then both of them touch the superstar. And now it's time for beef. And then they start whipping Bowser's candy ass and then whipping the entire army, giving them the business. And I thought to myself, Bowser had this superstar like the entire time. Why didn't he just touch it? But then I thought to myself again, yeah, he can't. He wouldn't gain powers anyway, just like in the video game. So there you go. Then bottom line, Bowser gets whipped, Brooklyn saved, the Mushroom Kingdom saved. And he makes him eat one of those blue mushrooms. I guess it turns him small, and he put him in a jar. And it was like, here you go, princess. I told you I get you a pet turtle. So then in the movie, Mario and his Luigi boys, they go back to plumbing and stuff like that. And they go back and forth between there and the Mushroom Kingdom helping out good stuff. One of the funny scenes in the movie is like when Bowser is like playing on the piano, whatever like that, and he's singing this song about loving peaches. It's hilarious. So it cuts back to that again, but this time we see him in a cage, and then Toad is like, hey, quiet out, quiet time, and then he puts him in a room and they lock him in there. And after the credits roll, literally at the end of the movie, in the bottom of the sewer I add, you know what I'm saying, we see this egg, this white and green egg. Yeah, Yoshi's popping out that motherfucker, and then that was it. How did Yoshi get at the bottom of the sewer? But anyway, all in all, it was a fun movie. And any music cue that you could think of, whatever like that, they threw it in there. They threw all that in there. You know what I'm saying? No copyright infringement, garbage, and none of that garbage. They put all that in there. Bottom line, it was the Mario Brothers movie that everybody wanted. And we got it. I was actually surprised Netflix was able to pick it up. But then again, Netflix picks up everything. It's great. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. If you ain't checked it out yet, then what the heck is wrong with you? Do it now.